everyone. Taya here. So it's great to see you, all of you here. So thank you for taking your time always with us every Saturday. So let's jump today's into faster training session and let's see and hear straight from our awesome Global Training Director, Mr. Emmanuel Pupa.
Hello, everyone. I hope you can hear me. Hold on a second. There you go. All right. Yeah. So, hello, everyone. Good afternoon and good evening. Thank you for joining today's call. I'm really excited to be with you again. We try to connect every Saturday. Of course, there are exceptions. Sometimes I'm traveling or different things like that. But these trainings again, these meetings that we have on Saturdays are meetings that we do for training. They are not presentations of the company. They are not explaining, the vision of the company. They are simply calls that we do with, I would say, golden nuggets to equip you. It's so good to see so many of you entering these calls on a regular basis. I see people from India, of course, a lot of you. I see people from Romania, I see people from different parts of Europe, of course, France and Italy, and I'm really, really happy to see you. I'm scrolling through the names, and I see, of course, some names. And some of the names I know, some of the names I don't know, but I will meet a lot of you soon in my trip to India because I will be in India next week. I am flying to India, so I'm really excited and looking forward to that. Thank you, by the way, again, Talia, for your support. I know, guys, again, many, many, many times we don't acknowledge people that are working behind the scenes. We don't see them. We don't know who they are. We don't appreciate them. People that are working for the technical part, people that are doing the brands, people that are doing the banners, people that are setting up the Zooms, even in events, we don't see the people behind the scenes, but they're such a crucial part in what we do. And this is one of the people, Talia, that people don't see her doing presentations, but she's a lot behind the scenes working and making things happen. And not only her, there's people that you'll never see, there's people that you'll never hear, there's people that you're never going to meet. So once again, Talia, thank you for everything you're doing. And I know she has Castan, and he's a guy that probably some of you will never hear or will never meet or will never see, but there's people working behind the scenes that are making these things possible for me, and I would not be able to do it without them, because I know how to start a laptop and I know how to turn off a laptop. I don't know how to click a link of Zoom, and I don't know how to end the link of Zoom, but that's about it. I don't know much more, so thank you and appreciate it to all the people who are working behind the scenes. So guys, coming back to today's call, by the way, at the end of the call, I will have two guests that I invited to speak for a couple of minutes. I want you to get to know them, and I'm just confirming here with them that they will join. And one of them is from India, one of them is from Europe, from Romania, and I'm excited for you to meet them. But that will be at the end of our call, and I really appreciate them being so gracious and so kind to accept the invitation for you to get to know them. So I think it was in 2018, in the fall of 2018, September or October. I was up in the Carpathian Mountains in Romania with a group of people at a team building / training with the company we were working at that time. Pano Salas was there with me, our CEO, and back then he knew me just for 1 year, and we were having dinner, and we were sitting around the dinner table. Active people in the business, people who have been doing network marketing for a while, just enjoying a drink and eating and all that. And one of my one of my people in my team from another country asked me if I can join for about 7-8 minutes on a call because she's doing a presentation and she needs me to go in at the end of the presentation to do the closing. Now, I remind you, there's 5 basic skills in network marketing: invitation, presentation, closing, training, and promoting. 5. Some people will say there's 6. They'll say prospecting is another one. I'm not going to argue, whether it's 5 or 6, but invitation, presentation, closing, training, and promoting. So she said, Emmy, I need you for a closing, meaning that what? The way we worked was they would get together with their prospect, they would do the presentation, they would edify me, I would jump in at the end of the presentation, and I would do the closing. I would basically give a little bit of vision, answer a few of the objections, and in a way, ask people for money, because that's what you do when you do a closing. See, people don't like that. When you talk about closing, basically you need to ask people for money. Here's the problem. The problem is a lot of you are afraid to ask people for money. When you finish the presentation, you start deviating to other topics. So the girl's like, hey, Emmy, I'm doing the call is at 6 o'clock. In about between 6:35 and 6:45, I'm gonna call you. You're gonna jump on a video and do the closing. Right on. So we were sitting there in the Carpathian Mountains, very nice hotel, 4-star hotel, one of the best hotels in the mountains, with a spa in Eastern Europe. Beautiful spa, man. We were sitting at the table enjoying a nice dinner, steak, potatoes, getting a drink, chill. So the time I'm looking at my phone, right? I'm looking at my phone. I was like, I know she has to call me. So she calls me. So I step outside and I jump on the call. I do the closing. I come back in. I come back in the room in about 8, 9 minutes max at the table. And when I come back and sit down at the table, I sit down with such a grin on my face. I had like a smile, like I was so satisfied, like I was so happy because of what I did. So we were sitting at the table. One of the guys at the table, he was my upline, way upline, like 4 or 5 levels up. He was like, "What's up with you? Why are you so smiley?" And I'm like, I said, I just did a closing and I killed it. I nailed it. I obliterated the guy. And he looks at me and is like, "Did he sign up?" I was like, "No." Okay. So basically what you're telling me is that you were right, you killed it, you showed him you're right, but you didn't close him and you didn't make money. And I was just looking at him and he's like, "Let me ask you this. Do you want to be right or do you want to make money?" There was like I was in the ring and somebody just knocked out me. Like uppercut, boom, done. Like, and I never forgot that. There was the question that rocked my world. And this is the question that you should think about yourself. When you do a presentation and when you do the closing, do you want to be right or do you want to make money? See, I've been in network marketing before that for 9 years. Nobody told me, nobody told me that for 9 years in network marketing, 9 years, building teams, recruiting, nobody told me that I was antagonistic. Some of you have to really Google this term and look at it up and look what it means. Because if somebody would have come to me and said, Emmy, you're antagonistic in your presentations, I would have said, me? No. But I was. I just didn't realize it. In other words, I was so right in my closing. I was so right on. I was so full of statistics and figures and numbers, and I knew my weight and I knew what I was saying, and I was sure of it. And I was so, man, this is like, I know what I'm saying, but I was antagonistic. I did not close to many people because my way of saying things were telling them, I'm smart, you're stupid. I'm right, you're wrong. I know, you don't know. My IQ is high, you're dumb as a rock. But see, I didn't know I was doing that. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to make people there stupid and dumb. I had no idea until this guy looked at me and said, "Do you want to be right or do you want to make money?" And that was the day things started to change for me in my closing. See, when you do closing, if you haven't realized by now we're talking about closing. When you do closing, you have two options: to be antagonistic and be right, and maybe you close some people once in a while, or to be friendly, to show you're on his side, on her side, and do the closing. See, there's about 7 different ways to handle objections. That's by the way, that's the book I wrote. It's on Amazon. 7 ways to handle objections. And one of the ways to handle objections is to be antagonistic. It's not the right way. I did that for 9 years. 9 years, nobody told me I was wrong. See, when you're antagonistic, you're always telling the person what you know, how you know it, and basically you're answering all their questions. And you think, man, am I good or what? Man, I just told this guy what depin is. The guy has no idea. I mean, I just gave him a lesson in the depin. I just gave this guy a lesson in blockchain. He'll never forget me. Well, who cares if he never forgets you? We care if he buys from you, not that he will never forget you. See, here's here's how the antagonistic sounds. They say like, well, I mean, I don't really know if blockchain is sustainable. As like, man, you don't know what you're talking about, man. I mean, you have no idea what blockchain is. Let me tell you what blockchain is. Blockchain is 3.44 trillion. The crypto cap is 3.44 trillion. I mean, Deepin is right now 30 billion. I mean, you have no idea the statistics. That's big antagonistic. Now, I'm not rude. I'm not saying, oh, but how can you be so stupid and not know the capitalization of blockchain, of crypto? I'm not saying that. I wasn't saying that. I wasn't rude, but as I was antagonistic. If he said, well, I mean, I have to think about it. I don't know if I have time. You don't have time? Come on, man. Are you joking me? Or you're telling me you don't have time? Everybody has time. Of course you can make time. If it's important for you, you're going to make time. How can you tell me you're not making time? See, that's antagonistic. And that's how a lot of you are when you're answering objections. See, if he says, see, I need to think about it. You need to think about it. Come on, man. What's there to think of? There's nothing to think about it. Every smart person in this world, when he sees this, is going to join right away. In other words, you just called him stupid. You just called him stupid, right? And so that's what I did. I mean, I was antagonistic. It's like, I need to talk to my wife or to my husband. Come on, seriously. What can your husband or your wife have to say against this? It's the best thing you saw in your life. Again, I wasn't rude. I didn't say, why can you be so stupid to talk to your wife? But indirectly, I was against them because I was antagonistic. And if you want to have success in your closing, you cannot be antagonistic. You cannot, whenever they say something, you show them they're right. You show them that you're right. Okay, you can be right, but not make money. You can be right, but not close people. Why is it important to be right? It's important to make money. So after that time, that was the story in the fall of 2018 in the Carpathian Mountains, in a small city, a small resort called Sinaya. In that 4-star hotel, I realized, man, was I wrong for 9 years? And I had no idea. And then I asked, so how else could I answer it? So then I learned about this method. That's one of the best methods you can use to close people in every sale that you make. It's called the 3F method: feel, felt, found. The 3F. Feel, felt, found. In other words, whenever the person is giving me an objection, I'm not antagonistic. The way it works is in the way I answer, what he needs to hear is, I feel you, I felt like you, but here's what I found. Now, I'm not going to say these words, I feel you, I felt like you, but here's what I found. but that's what he's going to understand. So the 3F method in answering objections: feel, felt, found. Here's how it works. Man, I don't know. I've heard so many bad things about this blockchain thing, and that a lot of people can do bad things through blockchain and scam you. Before, my antagonistic reply would be, "Oh man, you just haven't heard it from the right people. I mean, you haven't heard it from me, man. Come on, you gotta understand this." Feel, felt, found. Man, I totally understand you. That means I feel you. I totally understand you. When I heard about blockchain, 11 years ago, man, I felt the same way, man. I wasn't, this was just like, man, I don't know. This sounds too shady. It's like, it's not, I cannot touch it. It's not real. That's how I felt. But can I tell you what I found after I did some research? Here's what I found after I did some research: that the blockchain technology has been proposed for the Nobel Prize for Economy. Did you know that? Look at the difference. What I did? Feel, felt, found. Man, I feel you. I don't say I feel. I said I totally understand you. I felt the same way, but let me tell you what I found when I did some research. All right, totally different, not antagonistic. Okay, whenever he says something, the first phrase out of my mouth, "I totally understand you," with a calm voice, with a warm voice, smiling, nodding. Man, I totally understand you. Not aggressive, not "I totally understand you." No, no, no. "Hey, man, I totally understand you." Now, that tells him, I feel you. Man, I felt the same way 11 years ago when I looked into blockchain. But let me tell you what I found when I did some extra research. So if he says, okay, um, look, uh, $1,200 is a lot of money for me. I have to think about it. Man, I totally understand you. Saying this shows that you're a responsible person, that you are managing your money well. See what I'm doing? I'm complimenting him. I'm his friend. I'm on the right side. I'm not saying, "Oh, come on, $1,200 is a lot of money for you, man." See, that's what I did before. I was antagonistic. I didn't realize it. Man, I need to think about it. $1,200 is a lot of money for me. And I totally understand you. You know, when I saw the blockchain space years and years back, I was not in the best financial position in my life, man. I was in some debt. I had a debt of thousands of dollars, and that almost stopped me from looking at this in a very objective and smart way. But let me tell you what I found and I understood when I looked at the numbers and where I can get with those numbers. See, I'm not saying, "What, man, are you joking me? You cannot get $1,200. What are you, stupid?" Okay. Okay, that's being rude. We're not rude. But you can be antagonistic without being rude. You can say, come on, man, $1,200 is not a lot of money. I'm sure you can get it. Or I can say, I feel you, I felt like you, but here's what I found. Man, I totally understand you. A lot of people, when they look at this, they're looking at, man, 1,200, it's not a small amount. But let me tell you what they find and what they discover after they do some research into what we do. And then you tell him or you tell her. Do you see the difference? Do you see the difference, guys? I'm telling you, this method works miracles. Feel, felt, found. The moment you apply this, is like, man, this guy in the same boat with me. When I say I totally understand you, I felt like you. He's like, oh, this guy, he's my friend. We're in the same boat, man. His subconscious mind tells him, you're in the same boat with him. You're his friend. You're not his enemy. Okay. But see, I didn't know that. So practice this. Feel, felt, found. You know what, man? Um, I mean, I don't know if I can come to the next event in Cairo, because, man, I have to spend money on the flight and be gone from home for 5 days, and I mean, for 4 days, and I mean, I just, it's too much for me, man. You know what? I totally understand you. In my early days of network marketing, people tried to tell me to go to events, and man, I was just so resistant. I was so stubborn. I didn't want to go. I didn't understand why. Until one time I got it and I took people to an event. And after that event, when I took people to that event, my income skyrocketed from $500 a month to 5,000 a month. So I've discovered that that's the recipe for success. What did I just do? Feel, felt, found. Man, I totally get you. I felt the same way when I started. But here's what I found when I took people to an event. My income skyrocketed from 500 to 5,000 per month. Do you see the difference? Feel, felt, found. Not antagonistic. Not antagonistic. Like, look, whatever he can say. It's like, man, you know what? Um, I I I I totally I like the presentation, but it sounds too good to be true. I'm not sure about this. Man, I totally get you. I felt the same way when I saw this presentation. But let me tell you what I found when I met the CEO and when I met the director of training and when I met the people that are responsible for. Let me tell you what I discovered about them, and let me tell you who these people are. And then you start the edification. And you're not saying what are you stupid? You doesn't this doesn't make sense to you. Like I told you, we make money from the GPU farms. You don't get it. We make money from the GPU farms. What can be so hard to understand? We make money from the GPU farms. See, a lot of you, that's how you are, and you're not making money because you're antagonistic. Feel, felt, found. This method of covering objections will help you so much, position you in the same boat with your prospect, and your closing will go up. But you got to do it properly and in the nice way. Make sense? So remember this. Whenever they say something, the first phrase, I totally get you. I totally understand you. Feel, felt, found. Use this and your growth, your sales will go up a lot. So guys, that's what I had for you a little bit today. Now I want to move to the part where I said I have to guess. Let me see if Talia or Sid can help me, or maybe I can find them and ask them to unmute. So let me see where they are in the Zoom. Talia, if you can hear me and help me make them co-host or something like that. If not, I'm looking for them right now. Um, but I have two guests, one from India, and one from Romania, from Europe. So we have with us on the call from India a fresh quantum that hit the rank, very involved young man, which I've had the pleasure of meeting in Phuket. Mr. Shah, I hope he's here with us. It's crazy, because in Romanian the word his name means chess. So congratulations, and please open your microphone, Mr. Shah, and let me see you. Open your camera and your microphone. There you are. Hello,
Hello,
hello.
sir. Good evening. Hello, everyone.
Hi, hi. Good to see you.
Yes,
Look,
yes.
I know some people know you, some people don't know you, but please tell us a little bit about who you are, where you're from, a little bit about your age, and how you came to find out about this opportunity.
First of all, thank you for Mr. Emmanuel Popa, sir, for this opportunity to introduce myself in this Zoom. My name is Uvisha. I'm from Delhi, the vibrant capital of India, and my age is around 27. And recently, I achieved my quantum in the mentorship of Mr. Emmanuel Popa, sir. He's really amazing, fantastic mentor in this platform, and I gain lots of knowledge from the Emmanuel Professor, and thanks to everybody. And in zoreonx, I want to make a big goals to the my career and future, and I'm seeing you. I'm seeing as a legend in Cairo event soon. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, sir, for this opportunity.
Thank you. Hold on. Don't leave. Don't leave. Wait. Don't leave.
Yes, yes,
So,
I'm
look, from what I knowing is from what I know is you're involved a lot and you do a lot of translation. I think you're taking a lot of my
yes,
trainings
yes,
and you're translating them into
yes.
is it Hindi or Telugu? Because
Yes, sir. I noted your every Zoom meeting in my notebook and prepare every day for the field work and my personal Zoom meetings. And according to your lessons and your guidance, I manage all my prospect and inviting in my Zoom meetings, and I close so many leads, so many leads. Nowadays, I am completely following your path. You get up amazing meeting, and you are a very first of all, I'm appreciate your training, sir. You are a very good teacher, also a good mentor to achieve, learn to the people how can I achieve very soon. In my starting journey, I want to share something myself, guys, and for European community and Indian community. In my early days, I started in direct selling industry career in 2024, and now it's recently I achieved almost tenure. Matlab, already I achieved my decade in this industry and achieved so many things. But in zoreonx, I noted some things. Uh, the building something meaningful in zoreonx community. The reason behind is Mr. Emmanuel Popa sir and Panos sir for giving me this opportunity, and I want to see myself in Cairo, a big global level as a leader in Cairo event. So thank you, sir. If you want to more something
yeah.
about from me,
Well, well, thank you. No, thank you so much that you came on, and we really appreciate everything that you're doing. And by the way, guys, what you see right now is we want to see more of this. We want to have more people up here to share a little bit about their story for you to get to know them. And I'm looking forward to coming to India to see you and be there together. So I'm really, really excited for that. Thank you so much for everything you're doing. Okay, the next guest that I have on for today is a lady from Europe, from Romania, who has a lot of experience in this industry and knows a lot of people. I mean, she is bringing a lot of quality people in the calls. I tell you that a lot of strong leaders. Was able to get to know her recently in the last month. So I'm happy that she's here. She's a graviton, rapidly moving to the rank of quantum. Got many great people on her team that I'm working with, and so we're so blessed to have her. I know you're here with us. You can open your microphone and your camera. Miss Camelia Voineagu from Romania. I think there you are. Hello, good to see you.
Yeah. Hello everyone. I'm very glad to be here with you. My name is Camelia. I am from Romania. I want to tell first that I've been working in this industry for many years, many years. But sincerely, this project is the best I have ever been in. And you have to believe me. I'll tell you how did I start in 1 minute. Mr. Elliot, my sponsor, called me, and after a conversation like, hello, how are you? I think you are well, and so on. He asked, told me, would you like to join us? And I said, no. I said, no. But pay attention, Mr. Elite didn't let me say anything more. He said, do you trust me? Yes, I trust you. Then let me explain you only 5 minutes. What are we doing here? After 15 minutes, I signed in. He explained me a little bit about depin. I didn't understand anything. I told him, give me some slides. He said, I'm sorry, but we don't have any slides now. Oh, how is that? So I don't anything about depin. We don't have slides, and I'm in. That's great. I'm in. Yeah, in the business. I didn't tell you that as a profession, I'm a teacher. The salary in Romania as a teacher is around $700 per month. Per month. Now, I get my salary every week from zoreonx, and I can say, congratulations, Camelia, because you accepted the invitation. And I'm here. I tell everybody that zoreonx is for young like Shah, for not very young like me. Zoreonx is for everybody. So accept the invitation and invite all your friends, relatives, neighbors, all the people to come here. Thank you, Amy.
Yeah, my pleasure. No, thank you for joining us. This is always good when we have the young generation coming up that were born in the late 90s, early 2000, and then we have people that have more experience and wisdom because when we build a community, guys, a lot of us, even me, I tend sometimes to rush into decisions. I tend to sometimes when you talk to someone that has more wisdom than you, more experienced than you, they can like calm you down. Someone like me who's so volcanic and so charismatic and rush into things. So definitely appreciate you being here. And, I'm sure that a lot of people would want to meet you in Cairo. And not only that, and congratulations on everything you're doing. Thank you for accepting the invitation, both of you, Camelia and Shah. Really appreciate both of you for joining and for being here. And, guys, yeah, really, in the future, I want you to meet other people. I want you to see others. I want you to remember these names. I want you to remember them and see where they are in 1 or 2 years. Okay. I want you to remember them and see where they are in one or 2 years. Okay. So thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate your time. And guys, this is it for today. Just wanted you to get a few nuggets about closing. Remember the 3F method: feel, felt, found. And you met today two of our amazing leaders from our community. And in the future, I'm sure you'll meet others. So thank you so much, everyone. Wish you all a good evening, a good night, a good rest of the weekend. And let's keep it on and let's have a great month. Thank you so much, everyone, and take care.